Everybody, this is just a quick one. I just, I don't actually know what to say. I'm really just tired. I'm tired of the lies that do you know that video Trump showed to our president wasn't even things that are happening in South Africa. Those hundreds and hundreds of graves of white people who died in the genocide that is, wow, a long genocide. They're not even South African graves. And that's scary because it really shows how racist he is. Because if you're not racist, you will ask, is this actually true? And more importantly, you won't believe the ones who had been on top and are now complaining that they have to be equal. Because the honest truth is, people are upset that they have to be equal with black people because black people are not people. I had done a whole video about it and I will still share it, not about Trump, but about how insidious racism is and how we haven't gotten rid of it yet. And it always comes off with the realization that for too many people, we will never be viewed as equal or as human. Similar to the whole rent thing and buying, someone didn't even want my money to fix my car. Just to fix my car, they didn't want my money because I'm black. And I wish I had thought to look for reviews. In fact, I'll just say it now and just make this one long video, but it won't be long. So, my car had issues, aircon issues, which of course I don't know or didn't know because I'm not allowed to use aircon anyway, according to my pulmonologist. So I haven't been using the aircon, but it was apparently not working, as the guy who sometimes drives our children told me. And also, with that, the windscreen defogger thing that you use when the windscreen is fogged up and you can't see, that too, that mechanism wasn't working. So it was now dangerous. So around April, beginning of April, I posted in a group, Facebook group, in 2 groups, asking if anyone can, diagnose the problem or can anyone recommend themselves or someone who knows, who they think can do it, to diagnose the problem and fix it. I had a few suggestions, but the one place I did go to, they charged me 400 Rand to diagnose the problem, the 25th of April. We're now more than a month later, right? Okay, so 25th of April, he said he'll diagnose it. And then that afternoon, he said a lot, and I didn't trust it. He was your son is so wonderful. My teenager, he was here on holiday. He's so wonderful, he's so good, I can tell he was raised well. And it's true. People do believe that. My doctor has said it too, my GP. But I didn't trust it from someone who wants my money. And then he just kept quiet. He took my 400 Rand to diagnose the car issue, but he didn't tell me he didn't keep quiet. I'm lying. So he then said, I've diagnosed the issue. It's an expensive part that you will need. It's about 2,500 Rand on eBay. I know because I had an Audi. And I was like, but you should know because you fixed cars. Why would you know because you had an Audi? So that was one red flag. Surely if you've diagnosed it, anyway. So he said it's an expensive part. And I said to myself, I'm not going to be, I told him, I need a proper quote with a proper name for what you want to do. Because telling me it's an expensive thing, he could be making it up. We know how some mechanics are. They will just make up something they will charge you for more than they actually do. Not all, but and if you're not even naming it, then I won't even be able to tell you that no, but my mechanic over here said that will only cost me 1,000 Rand. So why did you charge me 2,500 for that? So I told him, please give me a proper quote, invoice, and the parts that you will need, exactly what they're called. He never came back to me, guys. He never got back to me. So that was 400 Rand lost. And then I tried another place. And I don't know what happened there. But anyway, so that was 2 strikes out. And then in the third place, someone had recommended it, heartily recommended it, but they do house aircons, not cars. So I don't know what part of Audi Q7 the poor woman missed when I said it. But yes, they couldn't help me, but they were polite. Then there's this car place that they actually say electrics, because I had a feeling it's car electrics, and so did my husband. But I don't like it. I don't trust it. a block away from us. You drive down the street, you go to the actual block separation of the street, and the next block and the next set of buildings, they are there. They are that close. It's probably 2 minutes walk away, 30 seconds drive. But I didn't rate them. We limped there. Okay, I limped. My husband had walked, and he said, "But why don't you bring it here?" And I said, "Nobody suggested it in the group." And he said, "It's right here. Why would you be looking far away, further away?" I mean, I looked in the area, but some places are 10 minutes away, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 25 minutes, and our own people who do our servicing are 35 to 40 minutes away. And I'd asked them as well. So I didn't really want to go. So as I related that I'm really struggling to find someone to do it, he kept saying, "But these people are right here. Why aren't you using them?" I didn't want to. You know, when you feel that, no, you've never seen the people. Every time I've walked past, it's past working hours, or it's on the weekend, or driven past. And when I drive past, I don't notice anything. It's just an office building. But I didn't want to. So I prevaricated. I emailed them. No reply. I should have taken that as a sign. That's what those estate agents did. Some would not reply at all when I inquire about a home, or then they would say no. So anyway, there was no reply, and my husband was still saying, "Just go to them. I don't understand why you're..." And you can't. He's not very emotional. He doesn't have a heart that feels. He doesn't have a gut feel. Yes, he doesn't have instinct. And I couldn't tell him my instinct says no. So they didn't reply my email, my Facebook message. I waited, and then I ended up phoning. Over 2 days, no answer to the phone calls. And I thought, do these people even exist? Let me just drive there so I can tell them, see, they don't exist. But they were open. I went and I parked. So picture it. I park, right? Where I've parked is just brick, and then it's open where the cars drive in, but there's a chain across the driving area. And then, so it's parking, chain, and then the office building next to the chained place. The office has a door with a handle and security gate, the security bars, like most places do. My child's ophthalmologist, who had gone to the week before that, they are exactly like that, and so are many places. They have bars and a door, and when they see you, you buzz, or they see you, and then they open from behind the desk and you come in. So I walk past this chained area, it's open. Nobody says a word to me. There were people, I could hear them working behind the hood of the cars, but no one said a word. The white guy with stubble, he didn't say a word, who was there. He saw me, he walked, and he just walked past the chain to the office. So I thought, okay, I must go to the office. I don't know why I didn't just leave. It's rude to not say, "Okay, how can I help you, Miss Customer, Mrs. Customer?" So he went to the office, and I thought, oh, he's going to press the buzzer to let me in. So I wait a bit, and I open the door. And he stands there, and he says, "You can see it's locked." And I was thinking, yes, I'm waiting for you to unlock it. Duh. That's what he said. So I'm like, okay, so what do you expect me to do then? Because you're not talking to me where it is open. You're not opening this place. So I go back to the chain, and I'm like, and I say to him, "Excuse me?" And he says, "What's wrong with you? You can see it's open. You can see it's locked." So I said, "Yes, I can see that. You meant to open. And firstly, anyway, you don't talk like that to people. That's extremely rude." "Well, it's not my fault that you can't see that it's locked. I'm telling you, you can see it's locked. What's wrong with that?" And I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. So I told him, what's wrong with that is that's not how you greet a potential customer. That's not how you talk to someone. And the worst part for me that made it so hurtful, I know we have different triggers, is that there were those people who were there working, and none of them said to him, "Sir," or whatever his name is. I think it's Brad. I saw in the reviews afterwards. And none of them said anything to him. None of them said, "You don't talk to a woman or anybody like that." Or none of them said to me, "Sorry, lady, he's just having an off day." Like, there was none of that. They did not defend me. And silence is a huge form of betrayal. So I told him, you don't talk like that to people who are coming here, potential customers. It's like, well, what do you want? And I told him, you know what? Just forget it. You are rude. You are extremely rude. And then he says, oh, if you want to complain, tell my boss. Here, I can give you his number. My manager's name is Mike. And I was like, really? Really? So I told him, okay, fine, give it to me. So I took the number. And obviously, as I thought about it, I was thinking, this is something they both agree on. You're not going to give your manager's number unless you know he's going to back you up. So I drove the few seconds home and I was shaking inside. I was just like, this is my country and you don't even want my money. I'm that disgusting to you. I really believed it was because I'm black. I don't see why else you would turn money away. Like that especially. So I thought I just left it. I told my husband, he didn't react, of course. And I don't know who else I told. But it's that sense of loneliness and dealing with injustice on your own. Really, it's lonely. So anyway, after a few weeks, I thought, hey, I should write a review. So I went to go write a review. And the thing is, this guy had 4.3 stars out of 5. How? So I went down the reviews, and the only reason he didn't get 5 stars is maybe 2 or 3 white people. But every single black person was mistreated. Every single one of us had to give him 1 star, and we all warned each other. 2 of them actually just said, I believe you're racist. And he's like, oh, wow. He actually has the time to go and actually read reviews and reply long paragraphs. So he keeps telling people they're entitled. Excuse me. They want you to help them and they'll pay you. What sort of entitlement is that? And he was complaining to the one that, well, you didn't make a booking. And I'm thinking, well, you didn't say to him, we are fully booked. You can tell. He just said, we don't want to fix your car. He didn't say to him, we're fully booked for now. How about next week? Which is what other mechanics do. So yeah, he was telling people they're entitled. And that's what reminded me again of this whole Afrikaner Trump nonsense. They view it as an insult that we want to be treated as humans. They act like we're demanding too much. Every single black person who has gone to Titan Auto Service Center on Bloberg Road has been abused. Verbally, attitude, aggressive, rude. It's bad. It is bad. Titan Auto Service is, don't go there if you're black. I'm warning you, do not go there if you are black. South Africa is broken. And laughed at one guy who said, yeah, I guess he's one of those racist white fellows, but there are other white fellows who are nice. And I just thought, goodness me, is this what we still have to say? But, well, some of them are nice. When will we ever feel okay and equal in our own country, our own continent? And as for all these illegal immigrants, I have said before, I am the daughter of a mother whose people traveled by foot, not boats, not with no bullets and guns, all the way from the north of Africa, northeast, coming down. And some of our people are still in Congo and in Tanzania. We were allowed to walk wherever we wanted to walk. And so I feel sorry for these Zimbabweans. And, there has been a recent xenophobic issue where someone killed someone in a bar, and then the citizens just went around harassing and attacking women and children who were foreign, mostly Zimbabwean. Our own brothers and sisters, especially after they harbored us and kept us safe during apartheid, but we want to attack them, beat them, kill them, women and children. Anyway, so that was that's where we are in South Africa, and I hate it. Also, what I also hate is that it's just me. It's all on me. the medication, the times, how to split it up, the supplements, all of that put together, it's all on me. No one else knows. No one else knows what curriculum the children are on, what grade they're in. It's only me. My husband has no clue. He has no clue what their problems are, what their challenges are. Like, for example, they painted a table, and while they were painting, the children were painting, my husband mocked my son's, how he was holding the brush. So I said to him, well, that's one of the symptoms, that's dysgraphia, that's how it is. And he's like, please, dysgraphia is not that. It's just writing or not being able to write. It's not about how to hold the brush. So I just said to him, I wish you could research the conditions our children have. Then you'd know not to say that. So it's just this lonesome journey. And it's hard. They're 4 little ones and my 2 teens in Pretoria. They still want mommy. They still tell me things. So it's all on me. And it was put in sharp focus yesterday. I took my children for a drive. So let me tell you about last week. Last week I found Motorwise, based in Montague Gardens. They were amazing. One of the men had actually commented under my post and said, you can try us and here's our WhatsApp number. But he was a bit further away than all the other people. So that's why I didn't go. But now, after that, so I contacted them on WhatsApp and I told them the issue and I said, do you think you can fix it? And if so, do you think you can also do the repairs, or rather diagnose the issue? And then if possible, do the repairs on the same day. Because I do not want my car to be gone twice. My angel, who does not speak, she needs 3 drives a day. So I knew that when it's gone for diagnostics, she won't have that drive. And then to do it again, it would be trauma for both of us. So they said, yeah, but we're fully booked right now. But next week we can definitely. So I said, nope, no problem. I definitely want to bring it in. They were so professional and friendly. They were warm. It's almost as if, because I hadn't done my review yet, I only did my review after I had been with them. It was as if they felt or knew what I'd gone through before, the hate and the aggression. So Motorwise, wonderful. I dropped off my car. They got a driver to bring me back home. He's also cute. I mean, he's like a little boy to me. He just feels like a little boy, even though I'm 44. He's probably 20. I don't know. Maybe he looks young like I do. And they did the diagnostics, sent me a quote, and I said, you need to fix it now. Because we'd already had a terrible morning. She wanted her morning drive, no car. Screamed and cried. It's horrendous to hear, and it's horrible with intellectual impairment added. She doesn't understand. She couldn't understand why. Where is it? Find it. She wanted me to open the garage door in case it's on the other side of the garage door. I did. Scream some more. I tried to tell her it's broken. She doesn't understand the word broken. It was bad, people. The stress that autistic parents or parents of autistic children who are really struggling or challenged deal with is unbelievable. It's daily, weekly, monthly, and at night because my children aren't sleeping at all. So I just said to do it now so that it's done, and hopefully by her 3rd drive of the day, because she goes around 8ish and then 11ish and then 5ish. Hopefully by 5 it would be done. And it was the same trauma. I just was so sad and helpless. I wish we could help our children. And then she was out in the front where the children were outside, and they started, her twin screams a lot. When she screams, she just goes, and then she screams, high-pitched scream. She's also miserable. And then the sister, to that time, she also started shouting. And it's not her. She doesn't usually scream, but she was just frustrated also, and she's probably hormones as well. So it was just, I can't help her, and because of how she is, it impacts the others, and then they become miserable, and it's sad. And again, born only by me. So yeah, eventually she asked for some crackers, so she pointed and I gave her a box of crackers. I needed the loo, so I went to go use the loo. I left the door open so I can see her and she can see me. And my poor angel, she then sat up, took the box and got up from the floor and came to sit in the toilet, in the bathroom with me on the floor. So I did my business, sat down with her. It wasn't number 2, don't worry. And I just sat with her to just show her she is loved, she matters, her wants are matter. I just can't fulfill them. And then she eventually hugged me. She hugged my head. It's stressful. It really is. So I was very grateful that I could bring it home so that it was ready for her afternoon drive. I came home. As soon as she saw me in the car, she pushed me. She wouldn't even let me get out the door to close it. She just pushed me back in so she could go in. Whew. Relief. Big, major relief. And this brings us to yesterday. We have some positives too. We do have some positives. School is going great. The children are blossoming, here and there. Well, maths obviously won't ever blossom, but my 5-year-old is really enjoying school, but too much. I wanted to relax yesterday and rest because driving is bad. Driving is bad. But she just came in, Mom, I'd like to do school now. And I looked at her in shock, like, what? And she said, Mom, it's my favorite part of the day. I love school. So how could you say no? So we did school and she enjoyed. The hands-on part also helps. Anyone, any child, special neurodiverse or neurodivergent or not, they will enjoy the physical things. So she enjoyed arranging sticks to match the picture. She enjoyed her school. She really does. She did and she does. So, we've got that. My girl is managing to spell so much better now with her typing and with she's doing better. She's doing better. My 10-year-old, her assessment, vision therapy assessment today. Visual perceptual skills are still well below average. But her behavioral optometrist and I hope that it will improve, and some things, they naturally do improve. And some things have improved, like her primitive reflexes. So there's some physical things I don't have to do anymore. So we'll get there. I don't know where there is and how far we will be able to go. But she enjoyed her assessment. They've been enjoying their assessments, and that is the most important thing for them to feel, to play, to be happy. Marissa is also enjoying the hands-on nature of her schoolwork. Here she was creating quadrilaterals with elastic on a geo board. Yesterday, I took them for a drive, and it was the second drive of the day. As we drove past a certain mall, or towards it, and then past it, instead of turning to it, my 5-year-old who doesn't speak Rio or Uriratile, she started screaming and crying, and I was asking, and now what's going on? And they said, oh, she thought we'd go to the shops. Now here's the thing, I always go to the shops that are closest to us. Firstly, it's cost effective, there's no parking. The ones that are closest to us, you don't have to pay any parking ticket, you just park, and it's closer, so you save petrol. But apparently whoever else has been driving them took them all the way there. So, shops. She loves the shops. She gets treats. So she was crying and screaming, which then set off her sister, who was upset because now she couldn't hear the song that was playing. So she wanted me to rewind it, and I'm driving and I'm just crying and complaining and screaming. And as we drove past the shop, we had to slow down because there'd been an accident. It seems the car that had been coming this way, or a car that had been coming this way, had been overtaking and smashed into someone in our lane, and they just spun and the cars were badly damaged. And I just thought, wow, those people must hurt. I don't know what injuries they have because they were gone already. It was just the cars left. And I don't know what injuries they've got. I feel bad for them. I hope they will be fine and hope no one succumb to anything. And my 10-year-old says, Marissa says, I'm glad that's not you. And I was thinking how funny that she's saying she's glad it's not me. If it was me, they'd also be with me because I don't go down there. I don't have to. I don't need to. I've got no doctor there. But yeah, there'd been that terrible crash. And I realized, I've been saying it. My daughter's always said, if I die, then there's no one who will love her like me. So I just thought, imagine if it had been me and I died. What would happen to them? My husband doesn't want to learn the vision therapy exercises, so they wouldn't be able to do that. 2, 3. You're meant to go after the 3. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Mikaya, after 3, the 4th one is the one you must catch. What are you doing? Come closer. 1, I'll tell you catch. 2, 3, and catch. Aha, there we go. To continue that at home, school books, I don't even know if he knows what grade they're doing at the moment. He doesn't know which curriculum I'm using. People have asked him and he's never known. It's all on me. It's such a heavy burden when you know you have to be alive and able, even though it's so heavy. So we drove and then we went down the road, and again my girl started screaming and crying because she had kept quiet when we passed all the flashing lights. So I said, okay, fine, we'll go into a shopping center. We went, put her in a trolley. She was wanting to run away again. Put her in, we were walking around, and then there was this little glimmer of love. When the children were choosing a treat, people started talking, these staff, and they were reading the backs of the children, the girls' tops, because on them, I bought them a top. My daughter asked for a Jesus top, my 10-year-old. So I got them tops that say, I am a child of God, on the back. So the people were reading them. I'm a child of God. Oh, wow, what a lovely top. And it just made me smile. Anything to remind people about God is a good thing. So that made me smile. They told the children they loved their tops. The children were happy. My girl was not crying anymore. And we got out. And this cashier, she recognized the children. She's never met me. She's always been at the shops or when they go to the shops with their teenage siblings, she'd seen them. So she was asking, but where are the big guys? So I told her, oh, they're in Pretoria studying. And she said, yeah, she was pleased to meet me for the first time. It's so weird when people know your children, but not you, but nice. It was nice. So I survived another shopping trip when I thought I would never do it again because it did kill my back, the lifting into the trolley and out. But we survived and we got home safely. And so I live another day to administer medication. As for me and my AS, the Rinvoq is really working on me. I believe I've got a UTI, kidney infection. Could actually be a kidney infection because I've had the sharp pains that I know my kidneys unfortunately too well, that in my back, and when I've been urinating it's been hurting, and I was hoping to just go away. It was, some temporary thing, but this afternoon I sat on the loo and I screamed as the urine came out. My poor 5-year-old was out, but on the other side of the door. What's wrong? Mommy, what's wrong? Are you okay? And I felt so bad because I hate making them worry. They already worry about the back. My son, he heard something fall and he thought it was me because they've seen me stumble. So it was just yet another burden I'm laying on my 5-year-old. Are you okay? Are you okay? What's wrong? What's wrong? So I had to tell her that, well, it hurts to make a wee. Oh no. Yeah. So I've booked a GP appointment for bright and early, 8 a.m. tomorrow, and I won't take my Rinvoq tonight. I have emailed the doctor to ask, but she usually, yeah, when you're sick, you don't take it, because then you really won't be able to fight anything. And we need all the resources. And I hope my kidney function will not be terribly impacted. We know it's already mildly dysfunctional, and any infection just makes things worse. And I also pray that it will heal quickly. I checked in the group, and other people have struggled for too many days with their infections. So yeah, that's where I am. It's a blessing and a curse. It's a bigger blessing than it is a curse, as long as I can get over these sicknesses quickly. Went to the GP, did my test, got my antibiotic to fight the infection, and my body is feeling the lack of Rinvoq big time. That's my hope and prayer. And if I do, and we get my blood pressure down, it'll be more of a blessing, with just some little negatives here and there, like life, right? A few negatives here and there. So that's my little update for the week. I hope you guys are cool if it's hot where you are, warm if it's cold where you are, like us here, and that you have someone to be your second in command, who you can share with. You can say, oh, she did manage to spell chief today, or chick, who knows your journey and so can rejoice with you, or be a bit disappointed about the problems, because they know what was being assessed. I hope that for you, it really is a blessing to have that. And if you do have it, I know you appreciate it even more. Take care.